I remember the first text like it happened yesterday. It was just two words glowing in my pocket. Don't come. No explanation, no context, just that. My chest tightened in a way I hadn't felt in years. It was the night of the summer gala, the one we'd promised each other we'd attend together. I thought at first it was a joke, something playful, but there was a weight in her tone that sent my stomach twisting. I waited in the car for 20 minutes, scrolling through old photos of us, her laughing at some roadside diner, me holding her hand while she chased a seagull along the pier, searching for a clue, anything that would make sense of this. The world inside the car felt like a cage, the hum of the engine a deafening reminder that I had no idea who the woman I loved had become. By the time I finally decided to call, it went straight to voicemail, again and again. Her friends' posts on social media started popping up. Snapshots of her in the crowd, sparkling in a dress I'd never picked out, her arm casually draped around someone else. My heart lurched with confusion, and a bitter, gnawing anger started to grow. I didn't want to believe it, but the pieces were stacking themselves in a pattern I couldn't ignore. When I got home later that night, the house was quiet, almost eerily so. I thought maybe she'd gone out for a walk, or had to work late. But then I saw the small envelope on the kitchen counter, her handwriting looping across it. I picked it up, my hands trembling. Inside was a note. I'm done pretending. Tonight, I declare my freedom. I hope you find your peace, as I found mine. I sank into a chair, staring at the words over and over, my mind spiraled, questioning everything. Every dinner we'd shared, every laugh, every whispered, I love you. Had it all been an act? I replayed the past few weeks in my head. The missed calls she brushed off as work stress, the sudden need to meet friends I'd never met, the nights she came home smelling like perfume that wasn't mine. I had dismissed it all, clinging to the version of her I wanted to believe in, hoping my gut was wrong. The gala itself was a blur the next day. I saw the photos online, her standing on a balcony, champagne in hand, laughing with a man whose arm was around her waist with an intimacy I knew should have been mine. The captions were filled with admiration from strangers, compliments about her confidence and glow. But all I could see was the way she had abandoned me in a room I'd imagined us entering together. My chest felt hollow, my throat tight. It wasn't just anger. It was betrayal so intimate it hurt in the quietest moments. The brush of her hand as she walked past me in our home that morning, the way she used to say my name, the small rituals we had built over years that now felt like lies. I wanted to scream, to shake her, to demand answers, but all I could do was curl into myself, letting the betrayal settle like a cold stone. When I finally confronted her, it wasn't a shouting match, wasn't the dramatic collapse I had imagined in my head. She looked at me with the same calm detachment she had shown that night at the party. I can't live like this anymore, she said. I need space, and maybe more than that. You were safe, but I wasn't alive. Her voice wasn't cruel. It was honest, and that honesty cut deeper than any lie could have. I left without a word, carrying the weight of our years, our plans, and our memories like a fragile stack of glass. Outside, the sun felt too bright, the air too clean, mocking me with its indifference. For weeks, I wandered through our apartment, touching objects that once felt warm, the mug she always used, the blanket we fought over, and feeling the emptiness behind them. The healing didn't come fast. I replayed every conversation, every glance, every laugh, learning to separate the person she had been to me from the person she had chosen to be. Slowly, I started to see it clearly. This wasn't my failure, and it wasn't a judgment of my worth. It was a choice she had made, and while it shattered my world, it didn't destroy me. Months later, I found myself on the same balcony she had once claimed for herself at that gala, alone this time. I sipped a quiet coffee, letting the wind carry away the last sharp edges of my anger. I realized then that freedom wasn't just hers. It was mine, too. Not freedom from her, but freedom from the version of myself that had tied my happiness entirely to someone else's actions. I could breathe again. I could stand again. And in that silence, I finally whispered to myself the hardest truth. Love can end, trust can break, but dignity, quiet, unwavering dignity, can never be taken.